What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on SOFI stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we caught this movement to the upside that brought us about almost 11% of potential profit. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you what news might be the crucial news for this asset for upcoming weeks. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis and I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point and I've told you that we have a decent setup because this asset reached its range of support that I marked at the level of about $8 mark. It had a decent bounce and right here we had a very tight stop loss at about let's say about 4.5%, not more than 4.5%, with an upside potential from 9% all the way up to 25% to the golden pocket range. And for now we have for this movement to the upside that brought us, as I already mentioned, about 10% of potential profit. And according to its recent price action and according to some indicators, I can tell you that we are in a quite tricky situation. And what should you do with your position, I will show you in just several minutes. And for now, let's continue with the fundamental news. First of all, let's take a look on the total sentiment for this stock on the Google search results. If you try to find SOFI stock and switch to News tab folder, you will not find a lot of recent news and the majority of them are about 2 to 3 weeks old. But let me show you this. We are on cnbc.com and this article was published on September 13th and it's titled SOFI CEO talks second quarter growth and stealing share from big banks. And let me quote you these key points. SOFI CEO Anthony Noto discussed the digital banking and personal finance company's second quarter growth with CNBC's Jim Cramer. We are really stealing share from the big banks, and so we've been able to add more than $2 billion of deposits in each quarter since getting our bank license. And we reported in Q2 we remain confident that we can add $2 billion plus each quarter. And we are on track to do that, he said. And this is quite promising statement, and I have to say that Anthony Noto put his money where his mouth is, because if you take a look on the insider trading list, you can see that several months ago he bought a lot of shares of SOFI, and this is a very, very bullish sign. But on top of that, let me show you that Jeremy Rishel sold some of his shares and he sold about $475,000 of value. And I have to say that it is not the best sign when CTO of a certain company sells his company's stocks. But if we try to find more filings with this person, you can see that everything that he's done with his shares is just he received some stock-based compensation, paid taxes, and he also sold several times even more shares, $1 million in value he sold this May. And previously he also received stock-based compensation and paid taxes. And previously he also sold in March about $500,000. So it is not the first time when he sells his shares. It is up to him and it is his decision, but in general it shows quite negative sentiment from the insider trading list. On top of that, let's take a look on the list of institutional investors. The most recent filings are basically have a mixed behavior. Some companies reduced their position, some companies opened new positions, some of them closed completely their existing position. But in general, I have to say that you cannot rely on this data, because this data has about 45 days delay, and the real execution date of these deals is about 45 days prior this filing date. But in general, I have to say that a lot of companies, especially its major investors like Vanguard, they increased their position. And right here, Vanguard reduced its short position on SOFI, and it is quite bullish sign. On top of that, let me show you the flip side of the coin. We are on an universal place, and this article was published about a week ago, and it's titled 3 Nasdaq stocks to sell in September before they crash and burn. And one of these stocks is SOFI, and let me show you some details regarding this company. SOFI, a bank with a significant student loan offerings, had previously sued the Biden administration to block the extension of the student loan payment pause, arguing that it negatively impacted its business. The stock has seen a decline of over 50% since its 2021 IPO. With student loan interest set to accrue again starting September the 1st and payments resuming in October, things look bleak for this company. This then could be seen as a bull trap made worse by SOFI stock impressive results. In Q2 2023, SOFI reported record GAAP net revenue of almost $500 million, a 37% increase year-over-year. Adjusted EBITDA was $77 million, up 278% from previous year. The company added over 584,000 new members, bringing the total to over 6.2 million, a 44% increase year-over-year. And I have to say that this data is quite impressive for a quite big company, and they have this double-digit increase on yearly basis. So let me quote you further. The company's valuation is deemed too high, especially given the anticipated economic headwinds. And in my opinion, it is the only reason why SOFI can go deeper from its current levels. Despite past growth, the current economic landscape suggests that SOFI might see increased delinquency rates on its loans, and its growth could decelerate. Other financial institutions have reported rising delinquency rates. This then makes it one of those Nasdaq stocks to sell. So yes, it is a completely opposite opinion. It is a flip side of the coin. And I have to say that if you take a look on the consensus analyst price target, it is at the $9.17 mark. From our current range, it might be only 1% of upside potential. And I have to say that we don't have any recent updates from analytic firms with their new price targets. The most recent one was made back in August 22nd, and that is why we have to be cautious with any of our position. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, what should we expect next from the price action? I have to say that if you entered your position at the time when I made my previous video, definitely you might be up for about 10%. And you have two options. First of all, you can close your position and book about 10% of potential profit, and it is quite good achievement in a matter of just a couple of weeks. The next option is that you can put your stop loss on the green territory, because your entry price might be at about $8.1 or $8.2, and you can put it at about $8.5. In this case, you still have an opportunity to catch the next leg to the upside if it happens. But at the same time, if it goes slower, you will be on the green territory and you will still have about 2 to 3% of potential profit. And guys, let me show you a quite disturbing fact. If we connect, let me show you like this, if we connect these bottoms and project it to these tops, this pattern is not the best from the bullish standpoint. It is a bear flag, potential bear flag, and it has, as you can see, we are completely neutral according to RSI, and we don't have enough bullish momentum according to MACD indicator. This means, especially if you take a look on the total sentiment of the market, the movement, the next potential movement of this asset most likely might be to the downside. And that is why you have to be cautious with your position and just do your own due diligence and properly use the risk management. And I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm back.